Hello world and welcome to the Noob Cast. I am your host, the Noob James, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Ranger weapon skills from the upcoming MMO Guild Wars 2. Now the Ranger seems very dependent on these weapon skills, as the abilities, if you have seen the ability video, are few and far between. First up, we have long range shot utilizing the longbow, and as you can see, it'll do more damage the further away from your target you are. So I'm going to take it to max range just so you can get an idea of the actual range. And as you can see, it's quite a long range and pretty decent attack speed. Next we have rapid fire, which is a channel. Hunter shot, fire an arrow that makes your foe vulnerable and your pet gains swiftness. So this will be a good little gap closer for your pet, although my little piggy doesn't seem to want to run very fast. Point blank shot will push your foe back, and I'm not too sure if it's because I killed the golem or I wasn't close enough, but it definitely did not push back. Looks like we have an AoE barrage, another channel. Very, very large AoE range there. So get out of combat so we can change the weapon sets. Now the Ranger can utilize quite a few different weapons between axes, longbow, shortbow, as you see here. Shortbow is going to have a slightly shorter range. Auto attack does cause bleeding damage, however. And it is a slightly faster fire rate. Next up we have Poison Volley. It's a little flat cone that'll shoot poison arrows. Quick Shot, little escape ability. Fire a shot and then you dodge backwards, gaining swiftness. Crippling Shot, fire an arrow that cripples your target. And then your next 3 attacks from your pet will inflict bleeding. Let's take a look. Sure enough, there is the bleeding. Concussion shot, daze your foe, and you stun them if you hit them from behind or from the side. Now one thing to keep in mind also is that most of the classes you can move while shooting unless it's a channeled spell. Excuse me, channeled ability. As you can see here, Ranger abilities, sword, axes, you can dual wield axes or a great sword, so a 2-hand sword, and we'll take a look at those. So in the spirit of staying in order, I'll go with sword main hand, dagger offhand, as the dagger is only able to be offhand and the sword's only able to be as main hand. Main attack is slash. It looks like the second ability you kick, and the third ability you gain might as you leap towards your target on the auto attack string. Next we have Hornet Sting, stab your foe and evade. You notice there's some bees there, and then in active we could jump back to the target. Monarch's Leap, and it cripples the target as well. As you see, I missed, but next Serpent Strike. Do an evasive roll around your target, striking and poisoning them. Let's take a look. Ooh, okay. Someone call Sam Jackson, because we just brought some snakes to this. Alright. Stalker Strike, stab your foe, poisoning them and evading attacks. So another poison ability. Crippling Talon, throw a dagger, slow your target. Oh, and it also inflicts bleeding and weakness. Rangers definitely seem very capable if melee combat is required. Alright, so we're going to have Horn offhand. Bring down some birds. Pull my pig back. Call the Wild. You pretty much just buff yourself and nearby allies. Pretty interesting graphic with the wolf howling into the wind. Alright, let's change up our weapons again. Go with torch offhand. Can throw a torch, pillager style. Inflict burning damage, and then set up a bonfire. Or wildfire, you know, tomato tomato. Let's kill this golem so we can get out of combat. And as you saw there, you don't have to hit your target with the first attack on the number 2 with sword main hand. However, you can still leap to the target. So very good if you're chasing an enemy and you need to catch up quickly. So let's go with dual wield axes. First ability, ricochet, bounce your axe off multiple foes. I believe this is the ability that you start off when you create a hunter. Excuse me, ranger. Whew. World of Warcraft, please go away. You saw number 2 was a cone axe throw. Number 3 is a chilling bite. Number 4, Path of Scars. Boomerang your axe. Whirling defense, block projectiles while damaging foes. Interesting mechanic. Not entirely sure where your ranger keeps all these axes. Not too sure. I really want to know. Pig is starting to look a little plump. Alright, well, time for the two-hand sword, the Great Sword. Okay, so if you notice the chain, first attack is just an attack, and then you evade. Maul. Ooh, okay. I kind of like that. Let's see it again. Inflicts bleeding on targets in front of you. Swoop. Run and leap at your foe, hitting them and nearby foes. Let me see how big of a range this is. Take it to max range. Whoop. Well, I missed. But you saw the range. That was the same range as a short bow. So counterattack, you can pretty much block attacks or use the active afterwards. So far, pretty impressed with the Ranger's capabilities as far as ranged and melee combat is concerned. Just double checking, make sure I got everything. And yep, that looks to be about all of the weapon skills Rangers have. Check out the next video, Ranger abilities, in a link provided. Thanks for watching.